Welcome to the Lisa Show.
Have you ever tried reading what's in your toothpaste?
I actually have.
Do you know what it is?
It's a lot of eights and oxides and things, and I'm like, what in the world are these things?
Did you know that on average, people spend about 1,500 minutes a year brushing their teeth?
No.
I know. When you say it like that, it comes out, someone else did the math for me, to about 79 days in one's lifetime.
Wow.
You know, and so we do it a lot, twice a day, I hope, maybe more for a lot of people.
Sometimes less for others.
And it is weird to think that something that you put in your mouth twice a day, you don't really specifically know what it contains, and myself included. And for some, not knowing what's in their toothpaste could be actually the root of the cause of their health issues, maybe that stubborn bad breath, and knowing that, oral hygiene is very important. We want to get to the bottom of this. So we've invited Dr. Flora Stay, a dentist who's made it her mission to teach people what's in their toothpaste, on to have a conversation with us. Welcome, Flora.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here.
Well, so what are some of those things that people should be wary of when it comes to oral hygiene ingredients? I don't even know, even if you told me what it is, what should I be worried about?
Yeah.
There are certain ingredients that people don't even realize could be harmful or causing reactions in their mouth or around their mouth. Some of those, believe it or not, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit more, is mint, believe it or not. I mean, mint is 98% of toothpaste on the market contain mint. And yet mint is on one of the top allergens listed by the American Contact Dermatitis Society and American Academy of Dermatology. But yet, not a lot of data has been collected as to how many people are actually allergic to mint in the toothpaste, because it's not reported. You go to you might get super dry lips, or you may get rash around your mouth, and they just don't know what caused it. They might say, oh, you're allergic to something, or it could be a vitamin deficiency, which could be, but
sure.
Mint usually does show up with those kinds of symptoms as well.
Oh, that's interesting. I'd never considered that. I mean, do we switch to the kids' bubblegum flavored toothpaste or cinnamon
Well, unfortunately, even if you look at the bubblegum flavors or some of the other flavors, it'll say bubblegum, and then next to it, it'll say flavors. Or it may just say flavors, so you don't know what that includes. But if you look at another thing that I want your listeners to know about is, if you look, since you mentioned bubblegum and kids' toothpaste, if you look on the back of any fluoride toothpaste, there'll be a warning there by the FDA. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed for kids under 6 years old, call your poison control center immediately. And the reason is that fluoride is really very toxic for children because they can't spit. So if a child swallows about a quarter of a tube of bubblegum flavored, candy flavored, all those yummy flavored toothpaste, it can be very harmful.
Okay, so what about for adults? What kind of ingredients should we be looking for when we're shopping for our toothpaste?
So there are certain ingredients you want to look for that help the mouth stay healthy, but even with those, you want to also consider what's in that toothpaste that's not useful. So what's good is baking soda because it helps neutralize the acids in the mouth. Xylitol is excellent because xylitol helps, not only gives it a nice taste, and you don't need fluoride with it, because xylitol has been shown, especially with chewing gum. Now the American Dental Association is also testing it in toothpaste. That helps prevent tooth decay. It helps dry mouth. So it has a lot of benefits, including helping with gum disease. So xylitol is another ingredient you want to look for instead of fluoride, especially in children's toothpaste, but even adults. Then other ingredients that would be helpful could be some type of calcium, like dicalcium phosphate is excellent because it can actually help reverse the process of tooth decay when it just starts and it hasn't penetrated enamel into dentin. And enamel is the outside surface of the tooth. Dentin is the inside surface. So those are some things to look out for. Things you want to avoid, one of them is sodium lauryl sulfate, which is, again, dries the mouth and is kind of an allergen also listed. And it can, by drying the mouth, it can cause a lot of other reactions in the mouth. And a lot of people are shown to be allergic to it.
Are there other things that we do maybe unknowingly that just create a bad climate within our mouth? I'm thinking of things like, the whitening and any of the bleaching that we do,
sure. Very popular.
Or even just like the mouthwashes that we feel super clean because it feels like it kills everything, but maybe we shouldn't be killing everything?
Yes, absolutely. Another one on that list I'd like to mention is charcoal toothpaste. But yes, alcohol in mouthwash is not a good thing. Alcohol in the mouthwash, again, dries the mouth. When your mouth is dry, you're allowing the bacteria to thrive in your mouth because they love an acidic mouth. And a dry mouth can end up resulting in more of an acidic environment in the mouth. If you have a lot of, not a lot, but normal amounts of saliva in your mouth, saliva has an alkaline effect in the mouth, which bacteria do not like. So alcohol you want to avoid in mouthwashes. In toothpaste, again, the sodium lauryl sulfate dries the mouth. The charcoal, the teeth whitening that you mentioned, there are a lot on the market.
Yeah.
I recommend the best way is to just do it at the dental office because your dentist can look in your mouth, see what condition your mouth is in, and then recommend the best form. And there's different grades of bleaching for whitening your teeth. Some of them can be too strong, and you don't know this. You can use it, and then your teeth end up being sensitive. Oh. But your dentist knows what's the right percentage based on the condition of your mouth.
I also want to add into this conversation because I don't know that I've ever asked, and we have you here. You are a dentist, a doctor of the mouth, and I would be curious to know. There are soft bristles for toothbrushes and medium, and then there's sort of a harder bristle. Does that matter, or is that just preference in our mouth with the mouthfeel?
It does matter. Now, there's another category of toothbrushes that are super soft. Those are for people that have problems in the mouth already, like if they're receiving cancer therapy with radiation, so their mouth is super sensitive. So you want to use a super soft toothbrush. The medium ones and the soft ones are okay, but the problem with medium, if it is a little bit on the hard side or the hard bristles, is that you can actually wear away the enamel surface. Ooh. And so you might end up with sensitive teeth again. So I recommend a soft toothbrush. That's really the best one. And remember, plaque is just a film that builds up around your teeth. So you don't need to brush hard. You just need to be very thorough, brushing every side of every tooth. And, of course, flossing goes right along with that.
You mentioned a little while ago, just very briefly, about charcoal and brushing with that. Charcoal toothpaste, I know that's been an increasing trend. What's your take on it?
Every dentist, American Dental Association, California Dental Association, every dentist knows charcoal is absolutely a no-no. The actual charcoal is made of wood, coconut shells, olive pits, and other harsh ingredients. So when you're brushing, it's actually wearing away, eventually, if you use it every day, the outside enamel surface of the tooth. Now, they claim that, it'll whiten your teeth. It does not whiten your teeth. It may remove the stains on the outside, which it will. It will remove stains on the enamel. But eventually, as the enamel starts to get worn off, you'll start exposing dentin, which has a yellowish hue to it. And then it's not going to be that nice. Right now, it's a big trend. It's a fad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people are buying it. But it's absolutely a no-no as far as any dentist you ask is concerned.
One of the things I love about you, Dr. Stay, is that you work to educate people about good oral health and hygiene. If people want to find more about you, the things that you teach, where is the best place that you recommend they find you?
They can just go to drstay.com, and I have a lot of informational blogs in there, educational information that people can learn from. By the way, there's another important, a couple, actually 3 or 4 ingredients that I want to warn your listeners about in toothpaste. One is essential oils. Now, of course, mint is one of those, but other types of essential oils are also totally not needed in the mouth. For example, there are toothpastes that have tea tree oil in them. Mm-hmm. Tea tree oil is an antifungal. Why would you want to use an antifungal property ingredient in your mouth that you're going to absorb into your body, especially if you have bleeding gums?
Mm-hmm.
What you put in your mouth is going to go right into your bloodstream. Why would you want to use an antifungal or triclosan, which is an antibiotic, every day? Why would you want to do that to your body? Then you may get a weakened response to antibiotics when you really need it. So I'm totally against just adding potpourri style, so to call it natural, a bunch of essential oils and plant extracts, which are really not needed in the toothpaste. That's very important. Propylene glycol is another one that you may see. It just increases shelf life, and it's not a good thing. Parabens for preservatives, again, not a good thing. That may be in toothpaste that people need to look out for.
So interesting.
Yeah, I love this conversation, too, because people are hearing this and going, I wonder what is in my toothpaste.
I know. Well, now everyone's going to look.
Yeah,
it's great.
Can go and take our conversation and then get their tube of toothpaste, go back and find the podcast or find it on demand and be able to be like, all right, let's see what she said. Oh, check. Oh, that's in here, too. People can find more of Dr. Stay at drstay.com. Thanks for being on the show with us.